As you may know, March 20th is the release date for two games that are great at relieving stress. One is about trying to survive and thrive in a world controlled by a demon, and the other is Doom. For real, both games are going to get videos of their own, but today I thought we would look at a number of Easter eggs in Doom 4? It's the one released in 2016, I think you get the idea. Right out of the gate, after being rudely awoken in the Shrine of Resurrection, Link puts on his armor and starts ripping and also tearing as he sees fit. In the room with the first gore nest, if you walk through the red jelly and look closely at the door, you can see a Vault Tech sticker, which serves as a nice reference to Fallout. Much later in the game, during the Kadingir Sanctum mission, if you walk into this dark cave, you can spot a decrepit skeleton wearing both the helmet and career-ending wound from Skyrim. In the same mission, you can find another skeleton, this time just the head, wearing a helmet with a logo for Doom on the sides. If you don't recognize it, this is a reference to the Commander Keen series of games, which was developed by id Software, who are the same folks who made this game. Also from Commander Keen, the infamous buck-toothed sea creature known as Dopefish also makes a few appearances. It can be seen as the logo in various locations, like on this bottle in a vending machine, on this box of noodles, and even engraved in the back of this locker located in the third mission. Speaking of, since we're here in the Foundry, if you drop down and intentionally fail a game of The Floor is Lava, during the death animation, Doom Guy will let out one final thumbs up, which is a reference to the T-1000 demise from Terminator 2. Onwards, while playing through the Advanced Research Complex, if you enter the women's restroom, climb up into the vent, and drop down into the connecting room, you'll find two classic posters, one for Quake and the other for Doom. From there, another secret area can be found in Mission 10, the Titan's Realm. Easily overlooked, around here is a suspicious hole in the wall. If you jump up, Doom Guy will simply walk right through the false wall to find a nice birthday surprise. In here is a party skeleton wearing a party hat, a partially eaten green cake, and a bright happy birthday balloon. The last one, by the way, can be shot to either cause the noise of children cheering or children booing. That said, everyone knows a good birthday party always includes some good old fun in their arcade. Luckily, Doom has just the thing. During Mission 8, Advanced Research Complex, there is a side room you can access through an airlock that has this cabinet of Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3. This game, made by Nabcon, is based on Street Fighter Alpha 3 by Capcom. There's also some more relaxing gaming options found in Dr. Olivia Pierce's office in the Lazarus Labs. After entering the room, the computer terminal on the left can be interacted with to play a rousing game of demonic destruction. It's your usual Match 3 style puzzle game, though its alliterative title is likely a reference to Candy Crush. Also in that same office, you can actually find an artifact/weapon from Doom 3 known as the Soul Cube. It's just sitting there, menacingly. Another reference to past Doom games, this time the final boss for Doom 2, Icon of Sin, can be found near the end of Mission 11, the Necropolis. This giant statue holds a neat secret which can be revealed by shooting the glowing symbol. Once you're done, you'll hear a spooky message, which is the same one heard in Doom 2. When reversed, it says this. At the same time, it will also shoot out a spinning box that flies through the air, eventually revealing a Doom Guy figurine. Speaking of, while their existence isn't all that secret, there are a total of 26 Doom Guy figurines hidden across the game. I won't bother explaining each one and showing their location, there's plenty of videos that do that, but I will say that a few that stand out are Vault Guy, Rage Guy, and Keen Guy. Those are all referenced to Fallout, Rage, and Commander Keen respectively. When collecting any of these, you can always hear the little Doom musical jingle and a short animation of Mr. Doom looking over his new found collectible. That's true for all except the third figurine of the game called just Doom Guy, which is made to look just like Doom Guy, to which Doom Guy will give Doom Guy a little fist bump. It's so sweet. Now, for something a bit more spooky, let's backtrack a bit to the Foundry. While it can be found in other places as well, this is the location of a very frightening warning poster that's located on the floor near a computer terminal. I know it's hard to make out, but this is what it says.
This is a super scary thing. It is identified as something too spooky for me. Why, for the love of God, does this thing have missile launchers on its shoulders, as if it weren't enough, this thing being the damn boogeyman? If you happen to encounter this abomination, either run for life or kill it with fire, or maybe some big gun.
If that wasn't bad enough, they include an image of the SCP contained in the Too Spooky For Me video. Now, we should probably go back to that lever I brushed aside earlier. Much like there being Doom Guy figurines everywhere, there's also a hard-to-find lever in every single mission. Each, once activated, will open a path to a different classic level, which has the layout and the 16-bit aesthetic of various Doom and Doom 2 levels. Finding these levels also unlocks the ability to play through them via an option on the main menu. While doing so, if you happen to accidentally get exploded into a number of oddly blurry pieces, right before fading out, your helmet will also appear, bearing your oddly retro face. Doom Guy's face can also be just barely seen as a reflection in the monitor while shutting down Vega near the end of the game. Now, the last thing on my non-numbered list is Doom soundtrack. It was composed by Mick Gordon, and he made sure to include 5 spooky Easter eggs throughout. Of those, 4 were found pretty quickly after the game's release. So for the track Cyber Demon, if you view it with a spectrograph, you can find the image of both a pentagram and the numbers 666. As for the track Authorization Olivia Pierce, you can find the number 36, which some know as a variation of the aforementioned super spooky number. While there's various reasons for this, in terms of math, if you sum up the integers from 1 to 36, you get 666. During the track Skull Hacker, the Spectromatic reveals a repeating shape that is likely John Romero's head on a spike. If you don't know, John Romero is a designer for Doom, among other games, as well as id Software's co-founder. These shapes are a callback to the super advertiser-friendly Easter egg from Doom 2. Now, during a GDC 2017 presentation, Mick Gordon talked about the making of Doom's music. One of the things he touched on was the various musical Easter eggs that he had hidden. That Easter egg is in IV Doom, or for Doom, where if you listen to the fade out of the droning sound in mono, you can hear an unintelligible phrase which, once reversed, says this. At this point, it was known that Mr. Gordon had hidden a total of 5 Easter eggs in the soundtrack, but the 5th and final wasn't found until about 2 years after the game's release by Twitter user Nick_W94. That Easter egg is also hidden in the aforementioned Authorization Olivia Pierce track. Nick found that by increasing the pitch of the song, at around the 50-second mark, you can hear these words. That is actually the ominous line said to Doom Guy by Olivia Pierce herself when they first meet in person.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Hey, welcome to the outro. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, maybe subscribe. As always, if there's anything I missed or you want to share, leave those comments down below. And of course, big thanks to my channel members, with especially big thanks to Christy Cuntras and Pseudonymous for being super fans. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.